Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, everyone. A full house. Welcome to the Hurlingham Club. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hurlingham Club. Welcome to the official launch for the RBS Six Nations 2014. A grand old tournament which is just 10 days away. My name is Andrew Cotter. I'm going to be guiding you through this first part of the day, the official press conference. Just to explain the format of the day, we have this official chat with the six captains who are here in front of me. Welcome also to the six captains for the women's RBS Six Nations who are here, the coaches as well. They'll be having a chat with you individually for print media, for radio, for television, online afterwards. But first of all, we're going to have a chat with them, but that follows a few introductory remarks from, will you please welcome to the stage, the chairman of the RBS Six Nations Committee, Bill Beaumont.
Thank you, Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure as chairman to welcome you today to the launch of the 2014 RBS Six Nations Championship, rugby's greatest championship. It doesn't seem that long ago that I was here launching the 2013 RBS Six Nations, and what a championship that turned out to be. There's some notable moments, including Ireland and Italy's thrilling opening weekend wins over Wales and France. And who will forget the final day heroics of Wales? I won't. While England and Scotland secured some notable wins also in last year's championship. With its history and tradition, the RBS Six Nations remains the envy of the rugby world. And the popularity of the championship continues to grow year on year. This year's matches will be seen live in over 160 countries across the globe and played in front of packed stadiums throughout our Six Nations. This year we welcome Discovery DMAC to our family of broadcasters, and their involvement will help the growth and coverage of the game in Italy. With our newly relaunched website and match highlights being made available through our groundbreaking partnership with YouTube, the coverage of the 2014 RBS Six Nations will be second to none. In addition, our apps will ensure fans across the globe will be fully kept up to date with all the drama as it unfolds. The quality of the rugby on the pitch matches the passions of the fans off the pitch. There's nothing quite like the atmosphere on a match day of an RBS Six Nations Day. The good-natured camaraderie of the fans is one which we are proud of, and in particular the manner in which the fans from all countries makes our championship truly a special event. This season promises to be an intriguing one, with Wales looking for a historic 3-in-a-row championship wins, while Ireland will be looking to retain the Six Nations women's crown, and England will be looking to give stubborn resistance in keeping their under-20s trophy, which they won impressively last year. But I would like to thank RBS, our main title sponsor, now in their 12th year of sponsoring the championship, and we're delighted that they'll be with us through to 2017. We'd also like to thank our partners, Guinness, Accenture and Tissot, for their continued support. Also our broadcasters, because without them, the championship would not have reached the millions of supporters worldwide. All our broadcasters will also be with us until 2016. To our other media friends, thank you for your excellent coverage of our championship. And also, thanks to our fans for making the RBS Six Nations rugby's greatest championship. Best of luck to all of you involved across all three championships. And I look forward to catching up with you, as many of you as possible, throughout the course of the morning. Thank you very much.
Bill, many thanks. As Bill touched upon there, a grand tournament is nothing without a grand sponsor, and in RBS the Six Nations certainly has that. So we please welcome to the stage the head of group sponsorship for RBS, Bruce Cook.
Thanks, Andrew, and thank you all for being here. It's amazing what a change to the running order can do for your attendance. As Bill mentioned, we've been sponsoring this great championship for 12 years now. We're very proud of our association And we have to thank all of you for covering it and promoting it so well over the years. As a sponsor, we see it as one of our roles to try and occasionally bring something new to the championship, to try and enhance the game for those who play as well as those who watch. And in looking back, there are a few things worth mentioning. In 2003, one of our first projects was to work closely with the Six Nations to improve this very media event, so all of you could better give rugby fans the wealth of information that they so crave. I hope you feel it's working. In 2009, we created Rugby Force to help clubs improve their facilities, and this year we're expecting more than 800 community rugby clubs to participate in the program. In 2010, we introduced Rugby Boy on the first official RBS Six Nations Facebook site. He's still posting, the fans still seem to like him, and in fact, I think he might just be here with us today. In 2012, it was the world's first rugby companion app that we called the RBS Six Nations Live Challenge. And this year we're at it again. For 2014, we focus on the celebration of a sport that is played with enough passion to bring in millions of TV viewers, but also with an unparalleled level of respect. Respect for the game, as well as the many values that make it great. As you look around this room, and on the back page of the official championship magazine, and in the matchday programs, and on our website, and wherever else you may look, you'll see us celebrating the positive values that make rugby so great. This sport is rich in its values, and we think that is worth shouting about, and shout about it we will. Over the course of the championship, we'll release a series of short films that we're calling Defining Moments. These films will tell the stories of some of the great achievements that have unfolded during the RBS Six Nations. In these films, you'll see great players, great coaches, and great demonstrations of teamwork, perseverance, belief, humility, fairness, and of course, respect. We hope these films will be a great tribute to the game for fans to enjoy, and we have a short sample to show you here today.
You knew there was a special atmosphere in that stadium. All I wanted to do was rebuild the culture and identity of England rugby.
The ultimate is the RBS Six Nations, and that's what you're measured on.
Sicuramente è stata la vittoria più importante durante tanti anni di installazione di RBS.
It's about every member of the team trying to produce the perfect performance for the people sitting next to them.
So that's just a small taste of what's to come. First of all, many thanks to the unions that helped us with the access that we needed to produce those films, and also to everyone in the Six Nations office for all of their support on this project. That's it for me. I want to again thank you all for being here. I hope today turns out to be everything you need it to be, and I wish all of us another absolutely thrilling RBS Six Nations Championship. I can't wait. Thank you.
Bruce, many thanks. Right, it's time to hear from the men who will be leading the sides, who will be fighting it out for this trophy here. So we please welcome, I've got the order here, let me see if I can get it right. From England, Chris Robshaw. From France, Pascal Pape. From Ireland, Paul O'Connell. Italy, Sergio Parise. Scotland, Kelly Brown. And from Wales, Sam Warburton. I'm going to skip around this side so I can look you in the eyes, Sam, as I ask you these very, very soft questions before you get thrown to the real journalists out there. But we start with you because you are the defending champions, obviously. I mean, last season it all came good in the final game, and it's been an amazing, amazing summer since then with the Lions. How do you look forward to this championship?
Always, look forward to the Six Nations. Ronan said it on the tape there, and it is what you're measured on. And as players, when you're waiting the 2 weeks prior to the announcement, it's always the announcement. You have the summer tours in the autumn, and it's always the one that you really look forward to. And I've had experiences of the Six Nations over the past few years. Not even the last two. Even I think it's my 5th championship now, and all 5 championships I've absolutely loved playing in them. Playing some fantastic stadiums, and I've had tough encounters with every team that we play against. So it's a great tournament to play in.
Chance for 3 in a row as well.
Sean Edwards actually mentioned that after the disappointment against Australia, we're in the changing room at the end of the autumn, and it's difficult to find something positive to say, when you've set yourself, high expectations for that. for that campaign. But he said at the end of it, pick yourselves up, make sure you go back to your clubs and you work hard, and give yourself an opportunity to be in the squad for the Six Nations for 2014 because we've got a chance of 3 in a row and creating history. So that's something which we've all been. We all feel very privileged to be in the squad now and to have that opportunity.
We all know that Welsh rugby is a fairly intense sort of goldfish bowl of attention, and things have been a little bit turbulent of late. So is it nice to come back together and say, let's focus on this one task in hand?
All that goes away when we're in national camp. I think Warren and the staff have created an environment which all the players love, coming back to. And we've all got together Monday, and that's not an issue at all. When we go to Wales camp, the focus is purely on trying to achieve in the Six Nations, so everybody's focused on the same goal. And
all sides in rugby deal with their injuries. How's your shoulder coming? Are you going to be fit for the opening game? I said it was going to be gentle questions, but there you go. Are you fit for the opening game?
I think I'm going to be, available for selection is the politically correct term. So I need to have a chat with Warren and some of the medics early next week and decide what's the best thing to do, whether to go back in the club and play a game first, perhaps, just to get the lungs going a bit before you throw yourself into the test arena. So to make sure I'm best prepared.
Chris, leading England again, and obviously that game is still fairly fresh in the memory. I know professional sportsmen don't really need extra motivation, but that could be a driving force for you, what happened against Wales at the end of last week.
Yeah, of course, it was obviously very disappointing to go down there and finish and fail kind of at the final hurdle. They've beaten us twice now in the last 2 occasions, but every game is a massive occasion, like Sam's alluded to, wherever you go. I mean, we start away to France, and we know exactly how hard that is to go over there.
We're going to say it's the Six Nations. You need to get momentum. You need to get off to a quick start. How did you view it when you saw the fixture list coming out and you thought away to France? You can't ease yourself gently into the tournament.
No, very much so. Yeah, 2 away games to start. It's going to be challenging, but you need to make sure you're up to speed. Stuart and the coaches have got us in the kind of an intense training camp like everyone else, and it's making sure that when we do go over there, we can't warm into it. We need to hit the ground running, and hopefully we can.
Excellent. Paul O'Connell. I was thinking it's Brian O'Driscoll's birthday yesterday. Was it yesterday? 35, and you're getting up there now. But do you see yourself? That was my soft questions again. Locks have a longer shelf life, though. You look at Simon Shaw and Nathan Hines, people like that. Can you see yourself going for a few Six Nations yet?
I don't know about that. Hopefully 2 more. I suppose as second row, I was reading Nathan Hines during the week. Pace was something we never really relied on anyway, so it's not something you can lose. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. The body feels good. We're well looked after in our provinces and with Ireland, and I missed last year's Six Nations through injury, so I'm really looking forward to this year's competition.
I'm sure the whole squad, the whole side is looking forward to it. After that game, the result obviously was crushing in the end against New Zealand, but the performance and the atmosphere there at Dublin, that must give you a real drive to go forward and carry that form on into the Six Nations.
Yeah, I think we achieved a lot of the things we've been working on since Joel came in, new ideas and new ways of doing things, and it takes a little while for those things to become second nature. And after that 3-4 weeks in camp, we were really hitting a good level against New Zealand. It's a shame we didn't close out the game like we should have, but yeah, it gives us confidence going into the Six Nations.
2 home games to start. We put Sergio Parisse between you and Kelly Brown, so you can be as nasty as you want, as confident as you want. First game against Scotland at home, and is that a good one to start with?
Well, it's going to be a very tough game for us. We were obviously beaten last year by Scotland, beaten well by them up there, so it's a great game to focus the minds for us.
And just a word for the very old man, the older man than you anyway, Brian O'Driscoll. Remarkable that he's still going strong.
Yeah, he's still going strong and still in good shape and as hungry as ever. We trained yesterday. He was still giving out to people and driving the standards, and it's great to see. I think he has a lot of respect, all across the Six Nations, but particularly within our squad, he's a lot of respect, and I think things are done a little bit differently when Brian is around. Standards tend to be higher, so it's great to have him there for another season.
Sergio, captaining Italy again last season in the Six Nations for Italy, there was some very, very good, some indifferent, but the good things, the wins over France and Ireland, are you confident you can repeat those kind of results again?
Well, definitely. Last year we have good wins at home. For us as a team, it's a very difficult competition, and every year we try to improve. The 2 good results next year at home, they give us a lot of confidence. But these 6 nations still be very hard. We have 3 matches away, just 2 matches in Rome. So we are really confident. We are working. I think we improve as a team. But every match you put yourself and the team, under pressure. You must show every match you are a good team and you deserve to play this competition.
You've been involved for a long time, obviously, with the Italian setup. Do you feel that rugby in Italy is capturing the public imagination and is becoming more and more popular?
Yeah, of course. When you give wins, you get credibility for everyone. Italy is a soccer country, and rugby is growing up year by year, and the people like a lot this sport. It's a new sport for the Italians. But as country, if you get good results, you involve more people around rugby, and hopefully next year we get another good result to grow in the rugby in Italy, one day a big nation.
Sergio, Kelly, we talk about the need for a quick start, a good start. It's tough away to Ireland and then home to England.
Yeah, well. First of all, I'd just like to thank you for leaving the Stammerer until second last, just so the pressure can build and build as all these guys speak unbelievably eloquently.
I watched you there, Kelly.
So thank you very much for that. But yes, as you said, it's going to be a very, very tough challenge first up, and it's only a 6-day turnaround after that. So there's no doubt we need to start well, but that's the challenge that's been set, and we're looking forward to it.
Right. Only because you asked me to do so, I'm going to give you questions that you can give yes or no answers to then.
Okay, thank you very much.
Scott Johnson is obviously the boss, the very impressive and colourful boss. Vern Cotter
Yes.
takes over in June. It's like, yes. Has Vern Cotter had any input at all so far?
I think that Scott and Vern have obviously been speaking about things, and they've been making a lot of plans. So I'm sure that when Vern starts in the summer, I think that things will be very smooth.
And can Scotland score enough tries to win the game? I mean, they have won games in the past narrowly by the boot, but you have to score tries, don't you?
Yeah, there's no doubt that we need to work on scoring tries. But in saying that, I think it's more than that. I think we need to work on our game management, and if we can improve that, I'm sure the tries will come.
Oui, je crois que voilà, France-Angleterre, c'est un match mythique pour tout Français. Ça fait partie de l'histoire de notre rugby. En tout cas, on est très remonté et très motivé, puisqu'on a passé une saison dernière pas très bonne, même voire mauvaise. Donc on veut marquer 2014 par de grands résultats et forcément.
So yes, indeed, it will be a difficult game. France-England is a mythical match for the French. It's part of our history, but we are now very motivated. Obviously, last season was not very good, and we do expect that 2014 to be great. So yes, a difficult match.
Thank you, Pascal. You got a much higher voice than I thought, Pascal. Talk about last season then. You might want to use swear words again. Last season was terrible for France, so that to try and make amends for this season.
Donc la saison écoulée a été vraiment lamentable, et je ne suis pas grossière là-dessus. Les choses cette année.
I just say vraiment lamentable is perhaps a bit stronger than I put it there. It was vraiment lamentable. So.
C'est lamentable, je pense pas. Il y a eu, même dans la défaite, il faut savoir tirer de bonnes conclusions. On a un groupe jeune, avec peu d'expérience, mais malgré tout, je crois que la saison qu'on a passée va amener beaucoup à nos jeunes, et je suis persuadé que voilà, on a tous envie que la saison 2014 soit un grand cru.
Now, completely lamentable, maybe it's excessive to say that even in defeat you can draw lessons. We have a young team with not much experiences yet, but we hope to bring a lot to them, and we do hope that 2014 will be good.
So now we talked about injuries earlier, and again, all squads have to deal with them, Pascal, but Thierry Dusautoir is going to be missing a big loss, obviously. Are there any younger players that you think we should be looking for, that you think are the brightest talents coming through?
La blessure de Dusautoir, donc l'élimine pour cette saison. Est-ce qu'il y a des jeunes joueurs que vous considérez comme étant montants?
Comme dans quoi?
Montants, des jeunes joueurs qui
montants,
seront l'avenir.
Oui, c'est déjà la première chose, c'est un coup difficile pour nous parce que Thierry, c'est quelqu'un d'important pour l'équipe, pour les jeunes, et puis ça reste Thierry Dusautoir. En tout cas, beaucoup de courage à lui et un bon rétablissement. Après, voilà, c'est la loi du sport. Il y a des jeunes qui arrivent et qui ont un potentiel, un très bon potentiel. Donc voilà, en tout cas, nous, on fait confiance à ces joueurs-là et je suis persuadé que voilà, ils sauront être à la hauteur de ce fabuleux tournoi.
So of course, Dusautoir being injured is very hard for us. It's very hard for the young players of our team, for the team itself. And we wish Thierry a prompt recovery, but we have young players with potential. We trust them for this tournament.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to you. Thank you very much to Pascal Pape, to Chris Robshaw, Paul O'Connell, Sergio Parisi, Kelly Brown, and Sam Warburton. So the format for the rest of the day is like this. The players will be available. There's a photo shoot that they're going to take part in outside just now. Most importantly for us in here, breakfast is going to be served. And then after that, you'll break into the individual areas, again, print media, online, television, radio, to get your interviews and huddles in there. But once again, thank you very much and enjoy the 2014 RBS Six Nations.